Hello, I'm Billy Bellino. I've been at the Collective for about 5 years now. I've been studying drums. I've been in SPG1 for 4 years, and I am going to Belmont University in Nashville.
I'm Todd Henry. I've been studying drums. I've been in the SPG program for 1 year now, and I'm going to Blackbird Academy for live sound engineering.
So Todd, what has your most significant Collective memory been?
Probably the 70s Arena Rock show when the fire alarms started going off.
That was pretty awesome.
And they just thought it was part of the show, and it was awesome. How about yours, man?
Oh man. Mine, I really had a great time dressing up in drag for a Dude Looks Like a Lady in the Aerosmith show. That was a lot of fun.
That was funny.
A lot of fun.
So what was like your first experiences coming into the Collective?
So when I first joined the Collective, I started taking drum lessons with Adam, and it was a really great experience with him. He really understood how to start somebody, you know, with the basic knowledge of the drums. And then it was also really cool getting to meet all the people here. I remember watching videos of the SPG1 program, and at the time it was like Kate Palmatier and and just seeing those people walk around here was crazy to me. And they would like come up to me and talk to me and ask me how I was doing. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah. What about you? When you first came here, how was it for you?
It was a lot at once. I went to Epic Percussion for a while, then I came here because I was tired of the marching stuff.
Right.
And I had Bobby right off the bat, which was really cool since he played with the jazz orchestra and stuff, and that's what I wanted to do, is jazz drumming.
Right.
Because I like the complications of it and how difficult it is. And just seeing like SPG kids like you were up on the first show I was here, I'd watch tape, play Separate Ways and stuff.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite songs, and it was just a lot to take in, and everybody was accepting of me, which I really liked. Since I'm on the spectrum, it
Right.
really really meant a lot to me.
Right on. So how has the Collective helped you cope with your day-to-day? You know, how has it felt like a constant in your life?
It really helped me cope with a lot of like bullying and stuff that happened at school. I'd come here and I'd have people here supportive of me and patting my back, as you would say, and it was really nice, especially in Rock Workshop. That was awesome. We had Ben, he was an awesome guy. Met a lot of good people here that were always by my side through thick and thin. It's really nice, and I have some friends that graduated from here that I'm still friends with, talk to them, and I'm going to one of their weddings actually.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. How about you?
Definitely the Collective has offered me a very tight-knit family that, I mean, like with high school, people kind of come and go there, and there's just always stuff changing. But here, you know, everybody, like you said, it's a tight-knit group of people, and even when the people graduate, I'm still in touch with a few people too. But yeah, this place has really offered me kind of a family, a second family.
How has being part of the Collective like changed the way you listen and analyze music?
It's helped me a lot to just appreciate other genres of music and to give everything a try. I remember when I had music theory with Gabe Stillman when he was here, somebody had brought up Kanye, and I mean, I was strictly classic rock. That was all I wanted to listen to. And I remember we were talking about Kanye, and he asked me about it. I was like, I hate that guy. I don't really. Obviously, now he's, you know, recent events, he's not the most likable guy, but he was like, dude, you can't just cut him off like that. You got to give him a chance. So from then on, I started listening to like everything, and I found that I actually really enjoy a lot of different music. Some of Kanye's stuff.
Yeah.
Some of it, not all of it. What about you?
Well, it really made me listen in. I've always liked a wide variety of music just because it would just please me like mentally, and it really changed my emotions. I'm really musically driven with my emotions. If it's a sad song, then I'm gonna feel pretty sad. If it's like a pissed off song, I'm gonna be a little mad. And it really made me think into it of like their chord progressions and how they're really thinking about their songs and how they hope to impact other people's lives, like especially lyrics. I love learning the story behind lyrics.
Absolutely.
Because it tells a story without reading a book, and I love that because I don't like reading books.
What has the collective taught you? What has the collective given you that you think you are going to use, you know, outside of music in your daily life?
The big one is how to stay calm in stressful situations. That has been a big part of my life, is a lot of stress, as you can tell by the balding a little bit. And
I got that going too.
Yeah. And they really taught me how to stay calm, especially Dave. With just Dave being Dave is a little scary sometimes, and you gotta stay calm, otherwise it'll intimidate you to the point where you're gonna pee yourself almost. I know kids that almost done that. I'm sure you do too. And that's a really big one for me, and a lot of that's just really big actually.
Yeah, I never thought about that. I guess I've kind of learned how to deal with, you know, the stressful situations myself. And like you said, Dave is he can be intimidating, but even just the situations themselves, you know, the show, maintaining the show, getting the show ready can just be stressful on its own. But I think the collective has definitely taught me how to have, you know, all my ducks in a row, everything in order. It's taught me a lot about organization and definitely how to organize these big events. But I even use it in my daily schedule. I mean, I'm still not very good at it. I don't clean my room, stuff like that. I probably don't eat very healthy, but
for musicians, that's okay.
That's okay. It's not part of the job.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just taught me how to basically be a generally functioning human being.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah.
A lot, the organization. If you're not organized, people will be on you here.
Yep. And that's not the way it's going to be out there.
Yeah.
So that's why I cherish the time here, because I know that people are going to help me through that, show me what I have to do. And that'll get us ready for, you know, we got to be on ourselves.
Yeah.
When we're out there.
Yeah, otherwise you get dropped.
Yep.
And that's not something you need in
that's not
life.
Fun.
So what do you bring to a long weekend or just a long day of rehearsals here at the Collective or anywhere really?
My mama packs me a big lunch box full of subs and stuff. And brisk iced tea. It's great. You know, just all my food's right there whenever I want it. Yeah, what else do I bring? Bring some other stuff too.
I know Wegmans is a big part.
Wegmans is, yeah, you gotta bring money so you can go to Wegmans or Mickey D's or wherever we're going.
Okay.
What about you? What do you bring?
Monster is a big one. You need the energy. I used to bring gallons of sweet tea with me. Like I'd carry around a gallon with me on the stage. And that was just hilarious. Everybody just look at you funny, open it, chug it, put it back down. But it kept you hydrated.
Sure.
Ish. And it was pretty good. And it was just funny. I like being different, so I like to bring different type of foods. Like I'll eat sushi while playing sometimes, just because it's different. You're not expecting that, and it's hilarious. Like today, I brought chicken Alfredo from the Villa. I went to the Villa last night. It was awesome.
Love chicken Alfredo.
Oh yeah, and Monsters chips.
Yep.
Especially Zapp's Voodoo chips.
Those
I know you
good.
can't eat them.
I can't eat them,
but if you could, you'd love them. I know that.
I'm sure I would. So Todd, if you could go back and relive your collective experience, is there anything you would change?
I would have started here a lot sooner.
Yeah.
I know that. I wish I would have. I've been looking at this place since I was in 5th grade. But, of course, marching band was a big thing I saw at the time, so I went more that route. But then I was playing there, and I was like, this is not it. I want drum set in my life.
Right.
And I really did love my drum set. The cheap little Birch set. I loved it. Now I don't, but it's a little worn out, but I'm happy I came here, and I wish I would have really gotten my crap together when I first started here. I come to backing band a little ill-prepared, not knowing my music. I had listened to it probably that day of,
right.
And I really kicked myself in the rear end for that, and I've been really stepping on my game, which I'm proud of myself for.
Absolutely, man.
And just I wish I would have listened into music a lot deeper and more thought into it back when I first started here. That would have helped me out so much throughout the years.
Right.
How about you, Billy?
Well, it's funny, I didn't realize you were looking into the collective that early on, because I was actually doing the same thing. I think I was 4th or 5th grade when I found out about the collective, and then I went and visited the old collective, and it was great. I remember Gabe Stillman again. He showed me around, and he was like a lot younger then, and I was like, why is this kid so excited? Why is he showing me around? But it was really cool. And then I had some other commitments, so I couldn't do it at the time. And then, you know, I started hearing more about the collective, and I really wanted to try it, so I ended up coming, but I was 8th grade, freshman year, so it was a little later. So I definitely would have tried to come here sooner, like you were saying. And yeah, I wish I would have been more open to these opportunities and to different types of music too. I just wish I would have been more open at the start. I've definitely opened up significantly now, but if I would have done it sooner, I think I would have had maybe some more eye-opening experiences. But I definitely, where I'm at right now, I'm very satisfied with, and I'm really looking forward to the future, and I definitely couldn't be where I'm at without the collective.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So, Billy, when did you realize that the collective is something you wanted it to stay in your life and be that constant, almost, like we said earlier?
I remember, so this is going to go back a little bit. I remember watching the videos of, you know, the collective kids on the CAC stage, and I remember seeing that going like, you know, that's really cool, but I just don't think I could ever do that. I think that that's such a big dream, such an unattainable thing. And then I started coming here and taking lessons, and the more I stayed, the closer I got with everybody around here, and the more I learned that it's actually very attainable, as long as you put the work in. You have to really want it. I'm sure you found that you got to really want it.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you put the work in and the commitment is there and you really want it, you can do it. That's how it was for me. And that's kind of when I realized that, you know, I wanted to be here. I wanted to stick with it. What about you?
Well, what really made me want to stay was that first show, again, the 70s Arena Rock. That was awesome, seeing the Styx songs, because Todd Superman's one of my favorite drummers of all time. I actually got to meet him last month, which was ridiculous. Wait, was it last month? It was probably this month, earlier this month, I can't remember. But it was so cool. and that show really opened my eyes to what drumming could be, especially seeing you and Tate being first and second chair. It was awesome. Like, Separate Ways, once again, one of my favorite songs of all time. So was The Grand Illusion.
Yep.
That beginning part was so cool. Then the fireworks going off.
Yep.
Then Blue Collar Man. All of that made me want to stay. Just seeing how the drums can be played in such an intricate way like that. It's not the most intricate songs and not like the hardest pieces, but they're enough to just click in my head, be like, I want to do that. I want to play those drums like he did. And I really started actually working on those songs right away after I first heard them. I was like, I'm learning these, I'm playing these now. I went home and actually practiced those songs for probably over 100 hours on that album, the Grand Illusion album alone. And I was really pleased with my progress. And I'm pleased with where I'm at now because of me seeing that I wanted to stay here and having that experience as a tech monkey. To see drummers play like that really made me want to stay and join the group.
Alright, so Todd, what are you going to miss most about the collective?
Probably the structure of it all. Like, just having that structure and that schedule in my life was really helpful because I have none, which is pretty funny. My grandmother can even, what is it called? Can say that too.
Yeah.
She can prove that point. And she and I both saw this as a really good opportunity to build responsibility, and I'm gonna probably miss that and just miss all the people I talk to while I'm here. It's pretty funny, like doing the a cappella version of Born to Run upstairs while,
Of course.
during the 70s radio show. that's going to be something I miss. And Frankenstein, that was awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
You coming, having us come in, me and Connor, and teaching us how to do that little trade was awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna miss a lot of that. Just a lot of the people here I'm gonna miss. I've missed some of the people that were here in the past. I've got to know them by being a tech monkey and just talk to them about their experiences here. Like especially like Dylan Rockoff. I talk to him whenever I get a chance about his experiences here and his experiences outside of the collective and how they differed. Remember, I did that the last time I saw him, which was at the 70s radio show?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. And that's probably going to be a big part that I miss. How about you, Billy?
I'm going to miss the Hammond organ.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really going to miss that thing. But no, I'm definitely going to miss the family that's here, all the staff and the other kids in the SPG1 program, and just everybody here. I'm gonna miss everybody, but I know that everybody's here. You know, they're never really gone. So, and I'll be back to visit and watch some of the shows, absolutely. But yeah, and like you said with the structure too, this has been a constant for the last 4 years, and it's added a lot, you know, to my life, and it's gonna be difficult to leave that, but I know that it's gonna help me in the future, so I'm very grateful for the time that I had here.